Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more The Warlock of Firetop Mountain. It's time for another playthrough. The previous playthrough, we actually came out alive, so this is the first time we've had an adventurer survive the ordeal, but we did not defeat the Warlock. As we read here, just as I was starting up a new game, we have a new description here. Welcome back, player. I see that you chose to leave the mountain early. Although Dekian Strom discovered his locket and completed his quest, Zagor still terrorizes the inhabitants of Anvil and the local area. I wonder if Zagor will be so lucky next time. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and start a new journey and select our hero. So I do have enough souls, I believe, to buy the next group, although I don't think we can do this one. So we have Lancian heroes, we have Intrepid Explorers, Epic Adventures, and then Kickstarter heroes. And this is the new, I would say DLC, but you didn't actually have to purchase it, so free DLC. Alright, so I don't think I can purchase these guys. Yeah, so buy for 400. Now, I did see something about one of the heroes being available for a discount for a very small number of souls. Let's see if we can find that character. It might have been only for a couple days and maybe I missed it. Yeah, I'm not seeing anyone that is... Yeah, okay, so we can afford, it looks like, out of the Intrepid Explorers, we can afford possibly everyone in this group? No, just these three. So we have to make a choice here. So we've got Wanshu, or Wanushu, who is, what kind of, is he a warrior or is that an axe? Alright, so we've got front attack, right attack, killing blow. Ooh, that's a big amount of damage, but it's only a straight attack. And then stunning slash. Okay. Targeted by the attack cannot attack next turn. So that's pretty powerful. As far as stamina goes, pretty decent. Skill and luck is pretty high. Alright, so let's see. Attributes. I don't want to read their descriptions unless I make the decision on them. So, dexterous. We've seen this in action. And then fearsome. A terrifying appearance can strike fear into others. Alright, so we don't know exactly how that works. That's a new ability. And then we have this character here, who appears to have a bow. So we've got a weak front attack, so up close, not very powerful. Strong left attack. Near shot, 4 damage, pretty powerful. And then crippling volley, a volley of arrows which pin your foe to the ground. Alright, not really clear on what that means, but it does cover a pretty wide area, and 2 damage for each of those spaces. Isn't too bad. And then finally we have this guy, or woman, possibly. Yeah, Hannabella. Looks a little bit like Indiana Jones. Alright, weak attack in front, so similar to the previous character we looked at. A single strong a side strike, so right attack, so the opposite of the other character. The other character was a left attack. We have right slash, we've seen this before, and then a protected strike. Arguably, as much skill as luck, Hannabella is known to escape many fights unscathed. Hannabella cannot be damaged while using this attack. Well, that's pretty darn powerful. So she can get up close and personal and do a lot of damage and also not get damage in return. So that's pretty powerful. Oh, and what's her attributes? I didn't look at the other 2 characters. Okay, so we've got Keen Eye, which I've noticed is very powerful, and then Lucky. So I would assume Lucky is like Dexterous, except when you're going to do luck-based rolls, she automatically passes, whereas Dexterous seems like you automatically pass skill checks. She also has a lot of luck. 11, 9, 17. So she doesn't have a lot of health, but a lot of luck. Okay, and this character attributes were educated, so similar to Alexandra Blacksand, and then also Keen Eye, which I also, so far, I think this is an extremely powerful ability. Well, I kind of like this character just because it has a new ability, Fearsome. I don't believe that was in any of the characters in the previous group. I would very much love to play some of these starting characters. Okay, yeah, this guy has Fearsome as well. You know what? Just to see how Fearsome plays out, because I think we've seen every other attribute here. And I want to have a good educated guess before I spend the souls, because these souls are obviously hard to obtain. Lucky, I think we can kind of figure out. So otherwise, we're not really seeing anything new. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be this character, because this character has 2 attributes we haven't yet seen, and I want to see how Fearsome works before we invest in that other character. So let's go ahead and take a look at this character. So we've got front attack, right attack, Blade Storm, which is an attack in all directions around except for the diagonals. It does 3 damage, and then Charging Twin Strike, which does 3 damage on each of the diagonals, and the character also moves forward, I'm assuming, moves forward, then attacks, I'm assuming. We'll see that in action, probably. But the description here, now the attributes are illiterate, reading is not your strong suit, so anything that deals with reading we won't be able to do. And then Fearsome, a terrifying appearance, can strike fear into others. So we've got 20 stamina, the highest of any character I've seen so far, 9 skill, 7 luck. Born in Fang Mountain moons ago, Arran is seen as a hero to the locals there. His approach in battle is simple and direct. Charge forwards, chopping left and right with such force and speed so as to quickly put his enemy off balance. Should they manage to sneak a blow in under this onslaught, it will likely brush off Arran's impressive physique as if it were a scratch. How Arran's mother, a diminutive seamstress, managed to produce such a gigantic warrior is anyone's guess. One popular theory is that giant's blood runs in his veins through some distant ancestor. All right, well, we'll go ahead and select this guy. It'll give us a feeling of that other character and see if Fearsome is a trait we want. All right, we have chosen Arran Gottspeed. If you like, you may select a different hero. We're going to go ahead and just travel the Firetop Mountain here. I'm very interested in how this character will interact with certain decisions to see if he's like Decion. Alright, after your 2-day hike from Anvil, you reach the base of the infamous Firetop Mountain. It has been a long journey from your home city of Fang, capital of the small but prosperous province of Chiang Mai, and host to the Trial of Champions. You dream of winning the trial, a grueling challenge to the death. Its reward, a purse of 10,000 gold pieces. However, you must train your body and mind to their peak in preparation for this event. You've heard tales of a beast similar to one allegedly found in the Trial of Champions that resides in the mountain, a man of immense strength who has the head of a bull. Defeating him would make for excellent training. All right, so that's probably the Minotaur, so we know exactly where that is, based off of our playthrough with Alexandra of Blacksand. The villagers also whisper timidly about the fearsome Warlock of Firetop Mountain, a cruel warlock whose fortune is built on the slaughter of innocent citizens. You feel duty-bound that if you happen across this unholy sorcerer, you will do all in your power to destroy him. So, this character's unlikely to leave the mountain like Decion did. You approach a cave, a known entrance used by local bands of orcs. Your hand grips the hilt of your sword as you consider what challenges may lie ahead. Your adventure starts here. So, his quest is a little bit more simple than other ones we've seen in the past. Alright, you see dark, slimy walls with pools of water on the stone floor in front of you. The air is cold and dank. Hearing faint scurrying to the east, you light your lantern. This place seems perfect for my training. It's cold, wet, and smells of orc. I enjoy a good orc hunt. Alright, so I am curious how he will approach certain events, and I just want to get a feel for the character. So we'll go ahead and turn east, because we know how some of these events play out. The sound of scurrying continues ahead of you, as well as the sound of heavy footsteps. Aha! My first challenge awaits me. I feel more than ready for this. A few yards ahead, at the limit of the light cast by your lantern, you catch the sight of a cleft in the tunnel wall. Alright, so it does let me dodge the patrol. Alright, so let's duck inside the cleft and hide. Turning your lantern, you wait with bated breath in the darkness. I am brave, but not foolish. I shall wait here. You listen intently as the footsteps come closer and then pass by you, your hiding place, without the owners of those footsteps ever knowing you are there. Alright, leave your hiding place and continue east, which is the direction we're already headed in. Yep. Alright, the passageway soon comes to an end at the solid-looking wooden door. Trying to open it, the door refuses to budge. You listen at the door, but you hear nothing. These kinds of places always have doors that won't open. I should practice my skills in trying to break one down. Alright, so we'll just kick the door. Give the door a mighty kick, and it swings open easily. You're about to enter when you notice that the room is actually a pit. Had you charged the door, you'd be nursing a sore rump by now. Examining the pit, you notice that the sides are full of handholds, so it should not be difficult to climb back out. Climb into the pit. Looking around, you can see 2 cave entrances leading off from the pit opposite you. Moldering bones litter the floor, small piles of them stuck together in pools of fetid slime. Alright, we're going to go ahead and enter this cave. You enter a small cave with slime dripping from its rough rock walls. A sickly sweet smell assaults your senses as you enter. It is the smell of rotting meat, the remains of rats, and even a half-eaten goblin lie in the corner. And another is a large joint of meat. It looks like whatever is using this place as a larder is saving this choice haunch of a giant aardwolf for later. That meat could become useful if I need to feed a hungry something. Take the meat. And you know what? I'll go ahead and investigate the other cave. I know what's here, but the first thing that hits you as you approach this cave is the stench, an unpleasant melange of mushrooms and rotting meat. Whatever was nearby, you sense that it is not strayed far from its home. I sense something quite nasty in this room. I must be on my guard. Alright, survey the murky cave. As you peer deeper into the gloomy cave, you suddenly see a pair of evil-looking eyes appear from the darkness. A slime beast lurks within and has spotted you. 2 hideous slime zombies, previous adventurers reanimated by the slime, have also emerged from the goo. They shamble toward you with one sole purpose. The slime beast, meanwhile, launches itself at you with its powerful hind legs. Alright, let's... Alright, so... I missed whether or not this thing is going to attack. And... I think probably the safe move here is to sidestep. Alternatively, I could attack here. You know what? I'll go ahead and attack here. Got a clash. I rolled quite well, though. Okay, so this guy hit me from where he is. He's more than likely going to move here. So we'll go ahead and attack. Alright. I missed the attacks here. So I think I'm going to go ahead and attack this space. Alright. I wasn't sure if the zombie was going to attack or not. Alright. I'm going to move. Move here. Fairly certain this guy's going to move here. You know, I don't see a reason why not to do the Blade Storm. Okay, I'm going to move. Because I wasn't sure exactly how these things attack. Would you do the Twin Charge Strike? I just want to see what it looks like. Okay, that's what it looks like. Alright, so I attacked those spaces, but I also moved forward. Got it. So I did take more damage than I would have liked there. But we got to see mechanics of how this character works. Creatures dead, you wipe the disgusting ichor that passes for their blood from your weapon and investigate. Apart from the sticky pools of acidic slime and various mounds of other altogether more unpleasant material, there's nothing of an interest here. Alright, so that was just a test of our character in combat. Could have gone better. Little way along the passageway, you come to what is clearly a sentry post. You approach with caution and see an orc in leather armor asleep at his post. I think this Zagor needs to employ more vigilant guards. This is almost too easy. Carefully approach the sleeping orc. There's no other way through the orc other than straight in front of him. You could try to sneak past, or perhaps direct approach might be better. Alright, we'll try to tiptoe past. Taking a deep breath, you try to tiptoe past the sleeping orc. Okay, we succeeded. Safely tiptoe past the sleeping orc. The passageway begins to widen until you enter a cave. However, blocking the cave's entrance are two of the ugliest creatures you have ever seen. They have the proportions of dogs, but their hide is rough and scaly. Each piece is chained to the cave wall, secured by their thick brass collars. The two orc hounds begin to snarl and strain at their chains. They cannot reach you, but their chains are long enough that should you approach, you will not be able to escape their slavering jaws. Killing these unfortunate creatures while chained to the wall would not be good sport. You're going to have to deal with them quickly, one way or another, before they attract the attention of Orc Patrol, or maybe something even worse. Alright, we'll give them some food, and we'll give them the joint of meat. Taking the giant Arwolf joint from your backpack, you toss it towards the orc hounds. The hungry animals pounce on it immediately. They wrestle over the meat for a moment until they manage to tear it in half with their powerful jaws. Taking their prizes away to the opposite sides of the cave, they leave the way through clear. Not hesitating for a second, you take the opportunity to sneak past the orc hounds as they noisily devour the rancid meat. And here we get to rest. I don't think it's worth wasting my provisions, as I only have 5. I'll just take the normal healing of resting. Leaving the cave as quickly as you can, you follow the new passageway as it turns north. Okay. Oop. Set against the wall is a wooden bench where you may rest. Player would strongly advise sitting on the bench. If you do not, Arran Gottspeed will not be able to resurrect at this location if they perish. So we'll go ahead and sit on the bench and rest. You sit down on the bench and rest for a moment. Your aching muscles ease and your tiredness wanes. It's good to take a breath on your adventure. Get 5 stamina back, and we'll continue along the passageway. To your left, on the west face of the passage, there is a rough-cut wooden door. You listen at the door and can hear a rasping sound which may be some sort of creature snoring. Last playthrough, I was very thorough in going through every room I possibly could. I don't know if that is the right method to go forward with this character or not. Now, I'm fairly certain I remember what's in this room. And for him, I think I'd have to test my luck to see whether or not I achieve anything there. So I'm just going to go ahead and press onwards. You arrive at another door, you listen at it, but hear nothing. We're going to continue northwards. Now, there's a lot of valuable things in the East Path, from what I remember, but it's also very tricky, and it might be difficult for this character to move through that part and survive, so I'm going to go northward. Further up the passageway on the west wall, you see another wooden door. You listen at the door, and you hear the worst singing you have ever heard in your life. Now, I have never been in this room, so I'm going to go ahead and investigate it. The door opens to reveal a small room. The room is dirty and unkempt. A straw mattress lies in one corner, and in the far corner, a flight of steps leads out of the chamber. In the center of the room is a wooden table upon which a candle burns, lighting the room with its flickering flame. A small box rests under the table. Seated around the table are 2 small orcs with warty skin dressed in leather armor. They are drinking some sort of grog, and by the way that they stagger to their feet on your arrival, you assume they are very drunk. Drunken orcs could be dangerous. I should try and be polite. Alright, we'll speak to the orcs. You say, "Greetings," or even orcs deserve a basic courtesy. The orcs stagger towards you, burbling incoherently. One swings his mace wildly, posing no threat to your safety. The other seems more friendly, perhaps offering you a swig of his drink, or maybe just waving his mug around in the air. Either way, they both fall at your feet and pass out in a drunken stupor. Looking around, you decide to take the box from the underneath the table. Some letters that you cannot read are inscribed on the brass nameplate on its lid, and there's his illiterate trait hurting him. We'll go ahead and open the box. The box contains a small leather-bound book. You open the pages and try to read, but you cannot read the printed words. Alright, well, that's unfortunate for him. We'll go this way, though. Climbing the steps, you finally emerge at the far end of a large room, as untidily kept as any you have entered so far. A large chair behind a solid-looking table suggests that someone or something of rank uses this room. On one side of the room is a wooden bench. To your right and the far wall of the room is a large door that clearly leads onwards into the mountain. Opposite you is a man-sized creature with a warty face standing over a small creature of similar race. With a whip in his hand, the orc chieftain has been beating a servant who is whimpering beneath him. Okay, so this is where the fearsome trait comes in, because before I wouldn't have had this. So I see no reason why not to use it. Will threaten the pair of orcs. With the fiercest look on your face you can muster, you storm over to the sniveling servant and his bullying master. Cowards, the pair of you! You roar, why not face a real challenge? You punctuate this with a swing of your weapon in the air. The two orcs are clearly scared out of their wits by your fearsome threat. The chieftain is nothing but a bully, while the servant has already suffered enough. Seizing the opportunity, he bolts out of the room, leaving the chieftain alone with you. Having no desire to be left alone and outmatched, he runs after his servant, calling him an assortment of colorful orcish names as he scrambles out the door. Left alone, you decide to examine the chest in the room. It is of sturdy construction made of strong oak and iron. It is firmly locked. Alright, I happen to know that this is trapped. I also happen to know that it has gold and a potion of invisibility. Now, I have never actually used the potion of invisibility, and honestly, I don't like the idea of getting hit by the trap, because I'm going to get hit by the trap if I try and open it, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave and go through the north door. Oh, I didn't get to rest at the bench. Oh, that's interesting. So, if I had gone the other way, I would have gotten the opportunity to rest at a bench. But it didn't let me do it that time. That's interesting. So, I guess depending on which way you go through the mountain, you have different choices. So, I can head back down south if I want to. Or I can continue eastwards. Now, I feel a little bit bad because I haven't really uncovered anything useful yet. But at the same time, I'm going to go ahead and go eastwards at this point. Now, I don't remember if there's anything over here, so I'm going to go ahead and check that out, because honestly, I don't remember. The passage ends at a solid wooden door with metal hinges. Listening at the door, you hear strange mutterings and the clatter of what could be pots and pans. Whatever is in there, there are several of them. We'll go through the door. I think this is the kitchen, if I remember correctly. You open the door in a large room, which must be the orcs' dining room. Sitting around a large table are 5 orcs, busily drinking and dribbling their bowls of rat gizzard soup. All are involved in a rowdy argument as to who will get to chew the rat bones left in the large soup cauldron, so they do not see you enter. 5 orcs? This should be quite a challenge. One I accept. I guess we will accept it. Fight them all. Taking advantage of the fact that the orcs have not yet seen you, you dive into the fray, ready to attack. Intruder! Cries one of the orcs. To your feet, fools! The remaining orcs scramble for their weapons to the attack. Alright, let's fight the orcs. Alright, this one here looks like he's going to move. I'm just going to do a normal attack. Alright, it looks like we're going to get attacked here. What I could do, because I'm fairly certain this guy's going to move here, is I could do my twin charge strike. The only question is, which way will I move? It's not really clear to me. I don't want to move over this way. I want to move... There we go. I for sure want to attack like this. So we'll do this. Alright, so this guy's going to attack, but I don't know how he attacks. So I think the safest move is just to back up. Alright, looks like they just attack straight ahead. Now, I can't, unfortunately, do my twin charge strike again, because that would be perfect for this situation. So instead, I'll just do a normal attack. And again, I can't do the twin... So this guy's probably going to attack here, and this guy's going to move. And I think he's going to move here. So... I'm just going to go ahead and do a normal attack here. Oh, okay, I misread that. Now they're for sure going to move because I didn't see them do anything else. I'll try and attack again. Alright, so that guy shoved the other guy out of the way. Alright, for sure that guy's going to attack. So I'm going to move. Alright, so the orcs are pretty easy to figure out. Go ahead and just do a normal attack here. Alright, so the biggest problem I see with my character is that he has to be really, really close in to do a lot of his attacks. Alright, I'm fairly certain this guy's going to move here. So I'm going to do my twin charge strike. Killing him. And then I'm going to attack here because I'm assuming the guy's going to move. There we go. So orcs are not particularly difficult opponents. You're triumphant. You got 10 souls there. You search the bodies of the dead orcs, but find only a few teeth, nails, bones, and knives in their pockets. Leading off from the chamber are 4 doors. So we've got a north door, east door, south door, or leave through the door that we came in. We'll go ahead and go south, and we'll just kind of work our way through. You enter what is quite clearly a storeroom. You spend some time searching the cupboards around the room, but find only crude bowls, plates, and spoons. And then on a dresser you find a leather case. You must be careful. This case could have been left here to lure me into some kind of trap. We're going to open the case. The case opens easily, and inside you find a magnificent bow and 1 silver arrow. There are strange symbols on the case which you cannot read. Will you take the silver bow and arrows? We will take it. Put the bow and arrow and case in your pack and leave the storeroom. You get some luck out of that, but we weren't down on luck anyway. With nothing else of interest in the room, you decide to leave. Okay, well then we'll go through this door here to the east. Door opens easily and you enter a humid chamber. The air is thick with the smells of unpleasant things being boiled in the large cauldron that hangs over a fire in the center of the room. We'll look around the kitchen. On the opposite side of the bubbling cauldron stands an obese orc cook. It is stirring what appears to be intestines into the seething broth and does not appear to have spotted you yet. Though, through all the steam, a goblin is holding jars of spices, eagerly hoping to assist its master in some way. Alright, so we can leave before we are seen, or we can attack the cook. I don't remember there being anything useful in here, so we're just going to go ahead and leave. And we'll go to the north. The door opens into a chilly larder. Most of the food being stored here is clearly for a more inhumane palate. However, you do find enough pieces of mold-free fruit and not too stale bread to make up 2 meals worth of provisions. I would take more, but I must try and remain healthy. Alright, so we'll go ahead and leave. And I think this is a good stopping point for the video, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.